It's 2018, you're doing SEO and you want your website to rank better. You have come to the right place. Hi, I'm John Lincoln. I'm a search engine optimization expert. I've been doing this for a long time, and I'm going to talk to you about the most important things to do for SEO in 2018. Okay, so the first thing that's a little bit different about 2018 than previous years is mobile, mobile, mobile. You need to be 100% mobile ready, responsive design, super fast website, that being an indicator for mobile. And just in general, make sure your website is 100% ready to go there. So anything that's on your desktop site needs to be live on your mobile site. You need to have fast page speed. You need to be thinking about how users want to interact with your website on mobile, because that is going to be one of the most important things for 2018. Okay, so my second thing is a great user experience. So now with RankBrain and just the general Google algorithm, Google is looking much more at user experience and how people come to your site. Do they stay there? Do you have a good click-through rate? Do they like the intent? So make sure that you have heat maps installed on your website. Make sure you've got content analytics. Make sure you're constantly refining your templates and making it better. You're increasing your page views and your time on site and your conversion rates. Google is looking at this data now, and it's really important that you make a really great quality experience for desktop and mobile users on your site. Okay, so my third thing is pump out a ton of content, a ton of high quality, long form content that users want to interact with. If you can do this, you're going to be in really good shape. Just even our own site, Ignite Visibility, over the last couple months, we've increased our visitors by over 30,000 visitors a month by doing long form, high quality content with facts and figures, publishing it on a consistent basis. Don't just put a whole bunch of junk out there. Make sure it's really good stuff that people want to read, and make sure that you're targeting keywords specifically in every single post. If you want to learn more about how to do this right, check out the other video I did on long form content on the Ignite Visibility YouTube channel. I think you're really going to get a good idea of what it's going to take. Now, this is not 100% easy, and you might need to invest in some content marketing resources to make this happen, but it's definitely going to be worth your return. Okay, so the next thing you want to do in item number 4 is you want to be thinking about voice search. People are doing more and more voice searches every single day. So you want to structure your content in a way that Google is going to recognize that, and it's going to serve it as a response to a voice search. There's a really cool tool out there called Answer the Public. And one of the things I like to do is I like to put in a keyword, find all the related terms, also do that inside of SEMrush, and in addition to that, do that inside of Google and look at the Google related searches and just do some general keyword research and find all the different questions that somebody's looking to answer around that term. And then create one massive resource around that where it's basically like a question answer format. And by doing that, what happens is Google realizes that. They see all of those related answers to questions. They start serving that as a response to voice searches. Voice search, really important. Make sure you focus on it this year. If you want to learn more about that, there's a video I made. It's called How to Rank 0 in Google, meaning how to show up in the featured snippets in the instant answers area, which I think will help you learn a little bit more about that topic. Okay, item number 5, acquire natural links through great content marketing and PR. Don't go out there and try to force external linking, use a weird vendor to get you links from a private blog network or anything like that. If you're really doing great content marketing and you're building the brand, you're doing creative campaigns through social media, the links are going to come in naturally. And that's really the way you want to go about it. Linking is kind of slowly getting less and less important. It's still important, but it's getting less and less important. And I believe that trend is definitely going to continue, meaning how important it is for ranking in Google. For right now, it still is, but just get those links by doing great PR, right? Helping out journalists. Get those links by pumping out great content and infographics and data and video that people want to link to. If you can do that, it's really going to be much better for you. You have no risk. You're going to have more longevity for the site, and you're going to build a more sustainable online business model through search. Okay, so my next item is make sure that your website's on HTTPS. So you need to make sure your site's secure. This is a quick point that I think a lot of people know, but make sure your site's secure. It actually really matters. Okay, so my next item is keep working on your click-through rates. on a weekly basis if you can. Make sure you're checking that. Inside the new Google Search Console, you can see your click-through rates, you can see the exact URLs and how many impressions you're getting and how many clicks. You need to keep working on that. The other day, I saw one of our most popular pages only had like a 0.4% click-through rate. That was killing us. By going in, updating that, getting that more to like a 4 to 10% click-through rate, I'm getting a lot more traffic and a lot more leads, and you can do the same thing. Okay, so my next item is use schema.org as much as is possible for your space. Definitely use the review schema.org so that people can see how great of a rating you have on your own site or that you pull over from another site. There's another video I've done on that I'll link to inside of the YouTube description for this video. But all the different types of schema that you can add, because it's going to allow Google to better understand your website. My next item is keep building the size of your brand. The more people that are searching for you, the better off you're gonna rank. So if you're running YouTube videos and a whole bunch of people are seeing it and then Googling your brand and coming to your site, that's gonna help your rankings. If people are searching for something and then they see your listing inside of Google and they click on it because you have a stronger brand, they have that brand recognition, that's gonna be helpful too. Keep running TV and keep running radio, or bring those things online and do a branding boost through display ads. No matter what, keep building the brand, use social media, run these viral campaigns, because the more people who are searching for your brand, the higher you're gonna rank. Google really picks up on that. Okay, so my next item is keep a great site structure. This is so important. If you've got that top level keyword, all these supporting keywords, all these other supporting keywords, make sure you're setting up a clear hierarchy of how they're linking to each other, and they're pushing all the authority to each one of them, and they're also cross-linking to each other so that Google can crawl these things properly. Also, be technically correct. If you're using things like mobile subdomains and AMP and Angular, all together, that can really mess stuff up, right? So make sure you have a technically correct website. One of the biggest mistakes that I see, if we have a website that's 100% technically correct and we're just adding content and building the brand, those people are successful 99.9% of the time. If you have stuff breaking, you have URLs changing, you're using things like Angular and too much JavaScript, and Google can't pick it up. You've got AMP isn't rel canonicalling properly and things like that. That's where you see big issues. Be technically correct, have a good site structure, make sure you have a clear foundation. Okay, so my next item is that when it comes to international SEO, whether it's English in a different country, or it's a different language in a different country, or it's a different language in your same country, make sure the content is 100% unique. Don't try to outsmart Google. Don't try to put in a bunch of random fields and spin the text and just map it together with hreflang tags and hope it's going to be okay. That's not going to work. Invest in the translation. Invest in somebody who understands the language to really help your conversion rates. If you do that, you're going to have a much bigger bang for your buck for the international SEO side. It's really the right way to do it. Okay, so my next item is Google Stories. So Google creates Google Stories if you have AMP on your website. And now you can do these AMP stories inside of Google Stories on mobile that are even animated, right? So there's Instagram stories, there's Facebook stories, there's Google Stories. You can create a story inside of Google. It's mostly on the news side. And it's mostly for highly trafficked news websites, but it's definitely something you should be looking at. So keep an eye on those stories, because when Google releases features like that, it can often result in a lot of traffic coming in and publishers getting big traffic spikes. Not just publishers, but also people doing content marketing. My next item, just a quick point on this, keep working on your meta descriptions. I can't tell you how many times they don't even fill them in. That is the main thing that people look at in the search space, your title and your meta description. Keep working on that. I know it sounds simple and trivial, especially for this video, but don't forget about them. Okay, so my next item is video. Video is going to be big in 2018, and there's a lot of different ways to do it. You can create a video like the one I'm making right now. You can get it transcribed. You can put it on your website. You can optimize an image around it. You can optimize the video, and that can be a great way to do content marketing. Another way to do it would be if you have a really long form article, you can create videos on each of the sections, put them on YouTube, optimize them for YouTube, get them ranked there, and then embed them on the post to make it so it's a longer post. There's longer dwell time, people find what they want more, and it really starts humanizing the brand. No matter what, video is where it's at right now. I think you're seeing a lot of people merging in that direction because attention span is getting a bit shorter. Text still matters, still very important for ranking in Google, but I strongly believe supplementary video in addition to text gives you a lot more synergy, right? So make sure that you are creating a video strategy for yourself and really working on that this year. I could go on about things to do for search engine optimization in 2018, but at its core, you really just need to have a great foundation, create significant content optimized around specific terms, do some PR, do great branding, have a general advertising strategy going on as well. That's going to allow you to attract links naturally. Throw some video in there to make sure that you're supplementing your content marketing, you're getting better engagement, you're humanizing the brand. All these things together are going to result in you getting where you want to go. If you do this correctly, there is zero reason why your traffic shouldn't be up 20 to 150% this year, depending on how hard you're pushing it. What I often see is there's holes in the bucket. Out of all the things that I just mentioned, maybe there's 3 or 4 that are really important that people aren't doing correctly. Either way, I wish you a ton of success this year with SEO in 2018, and I can't wait to see you for the next Ignite Visibility University. Also, if you have a comment, make sure to leave one. I'm happy to answer any questions. Make sure to like and subscribe. See you next time.